Pandung aku tekan tuwa nganti sing misake nyawa. Sayang aku percaya kowe ra gampang kena kudo. Bebarengan joko ati ojo ngasih larani. Ya mung siji, ya mung kowe tekan ati.
Wis tak pasrahne kabeh karo Gusti.
Utane sore sing dadi saksi.
YouTube Premium adalah YouTube bebas iklan dan pemutaran di latar belakang. Jadi kamu bisa menonton
Nalika kabeh iki tak lakoni ikhlas ati. Muga Gusti maringi dalan sing tak pingini.
Dadi siji tekan.
Sudahlah, lupakan saja semua kebencian, kedengkian, tiada berguna. Sudahlah, jangan ada amarah. Bersama kita bangun Indonesia tercinta. Biarkanlah nurani bicara, satukan langkah kita bela Indonesia. Kobarkan, terapkan semangat untuk membela, berjuang, berkorban untuk Indonesia jaya. Satukan, kokohkan, eratkan tali ukhuwah, bersama membela untuk agama dan bangsa. Dengan keharmonisan dan kebersamaan menuju Indonesia bersatu, Indonesia satu, Indonesia bersatu, Indonesia satu, menggapai merdeka. Kita akan gapai cita-cita kita, suka duka kita bersama. Marilah kawan kita bersama, kita akan warnai dunia. Bersama-sama kita kan berjuang untuk Indonesia. Tuhan, inikah akhir dari segalanya? Kau paksa dirinya untuk pergi meninggalkanku. Tuhan, bintang, untuk semua bintang dan semua senyumlah yang terpancar indah tanpa sebuah kasih sayang, dan semua kenangan yang kita lakukan takkan mungkin terlupakan. Jangan kau ragu, armada ini kan terus bersamamu. Akan ada janda senyum mesra antara kita. Semoga kau bahagia di sana. Tetap syukuri semua adanya, karena di hari nanti kita kembali bersama. Sejuta warna pelangi, perbedaan antara kita, namun sedamai langit yang biru. Begitulah satu jiwa kita 684, tak lekang oleh waktu meski tak lama melaju. Satu janji dari generasi ini, walau badai datang menghadang, takkan pernah hilang semangatku untuk selalu benahi duniaku. Berjuanglah dan buktikanlah idealismemu, kelak akan tiba waktunya. Tetaplah kau dengan cita-citamu. Dengarkan kawan, saat ini ku rindukan kau di sini, yang mengisi hampa dalam hati, yang melipurlah rasa saat bersedih. Percaya kawan, suatu hari nanti kita akan berjumpa, menyatukan asa indah bahagia di satu jiwa, di satu hati kita. Di 68. Selamat jalan kawan, suatu saat nanti ku kan ada untukmu. Rangkulah tanganmu, tak akan ku lupakan. Dan ingat, saat mawar bersemi, kita kembali bersama di sini. Pondok takkan pernah mati, meski berganti Meski berganti sosok kiai, meniti jalan manapun milihlah menggapai dunia ini. Ingatlah hari-hari yang kita lewati, mengukirkan cerita indah di dalam jiwa. Genggam erat tanganku dan jangan lepaskan. Hapus air matamu dan kenanglah hari ini. Tak akan pernah bisa lupakan dirimu dalam sekejap hariku. Selalu terbayang jasamu, dirimu selalu ada di dalam hatiku, dan takkan pernah bisa terlupakan di dalam kalbuku. Disinilah kita bersama, disinilah kita berjuang menuju pulau impian. Samudra penuh harapan. Lagu yang indah ku persembahkan untukmu kawan. Janganlah kau bersedih. Hari yang indah ini menjadi saksi perjuangan kita bersama. Di sini hadapi semua dengan ketabahan. Meski kita tak mungkin mampu, kita tak mungkin bisa berdiri tanpamu. Namun ku butuh tanganmu untuk sosongkan jiwa ini, untuk teruskan perjuangan. Kami ada di sini, satukan perbedaan dalam kebersamaan untuk menginspirasi. Kami pasti kembali menyatukan ikatan dalam persahabatan suci ini yang Allah ciptakan. Sesungguhnya kau selalu kurindukan. Kembalilah kawan, kembali untuk sesaat. Ingin ku untuk mengulang memori persahabatan dalam cerita tentang kita. Matahari izinkan ku dapat sinarmu, hargai detik-detik Kisah ini adalah akhir perjuangan diri, maknai semua hidup yang terjadi. Tiap detik yang berlalu adalah karunia bagiku. Semoga selalu di sisiku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun diriku merindukanmu. Hanya doa di setiap sujudku padanya, tolong jaga dia. Oh Tuhan, selalu maafkanlah salahku. Jangan pernah lupakan diriku. Kau yang terbaik. Terima kasihku yang selalu menemani, yang selalu mengingatkan saat ku salah, yang selalu berjuang, yang takkan pernah pergi meninggalkanku, yang selalu menemani, yang selalu mengingatkan saat ku salah, yang selalu berjuang, yang takkan pernah pergi meninggalkanku, pergi meninggalkanku.
Beda! Aqua yang datang dari 19 gunung terpilih, sumber airnya tersaring alami dan punya lapisan pelindung yang bikin aman dari pencemaran.
Jadi kalau beli Aqua dikasih yang lain, aku sih ogah. Untuk kesehatanku, Aqua dulu.
Darussalam, seperti namamu, memberikan arti kehidupan, menanamkan jiwa ketabahan. Darussalam mengajarkan cinta abadi, bersimbah sujud menggapai ridho ilahi. Kedamaian itu dekat, penuh hikmat dan hikayat. Kedamaian itu nyata, mewarnai rasa tanpa lara. Semuanya ada dengan rangkaian langkah menuju surga. Damai di Darussalam.
kampung halaman demi ilmu dan pendidikan. Memandang sinaran rembulan bersimpu di malam, berbalutkan dengan doa, mengharapkan atas segala impian keridhaan, istiqomah perjuangan. Senyummu hadirkan kekuatan, sinarkan keteguhan, bersama doa gapai impian. Semangatmu beri keberhasilan, pancarkan kemenangan, kebersamaan, damai di Darussalam.
Pengusaha seperti Anda sedang bersiap untuk jalankan bisnis. Kini, bantu bisnis Anda tampil beda. Beri cara bagi pelanggan Anda untuk menemukan, mengakses, dan berinteraksi dengan Anda dengan nama domain.com yang terpercaya untuk website Anda. Ambil langkah berikutnya dan cari nama domain.com Anda.
Berlayar di tengah penuh kelembutan, keteguhan hadapi cobaan, berteduh di bawah naungan awan,
aku lagi nyari baju-baju olahraga yang lucu, yang gemes-gemes buat aku sama Ryanza. Mau paling murah dan paling lengkap, beli aja semua di Shopee.
Paling murah, paling lengkap. Oke kalau gitu sayang.
Sudahlah, lupakan saja semua kebencian, kedengkian, tiada berguna. Sudahlah, jangan ada amarah. Bersama kita bangun Indonesia tercinta. Biarkanlah nurani bicara, satukan langkah kita bela Indonesia. Kobarkan, terapkan semangat untuk membela, berjuang, berkorban untuk Indonesia jaya. Satukan, kokohkan, eratkan tali ukhuwah, bersama membela untuk agama dan bangsa. Dengan keharmonisan dan kebersamaan menuju Indonesia bersatu. Indonesia satu, Indonesia bersatu, Indonesia satu. Menggapai berdoa kita akan gapai cita-cita kita, suka duka kita bersama. Marilah kawan kita bersama, kita kan warnai dunia. Bersama-sama kita kan berjuang untuk Indonesia.
tuh semua hambanya, dan syukurilah semua karunia-Nya. Lalu ada tuh semua hambanya, dan syukurilah semua karunia-Nya, dan syukurilah semua karunia-Nya, dan syukurilah semua karunia-Nya.
Iklan Pop Mie, stuck gitu-gitu aja. Pop Mie, ransel, Pop Mie. Biar seru nggak terputus, Pop Mie dus. Topping cangki sama gurihnya itu.
Sudahlah, lupakan saja semua kebencian, kedengkian, tiada berguna. Sudahlah, jangan ada amarah. Bersama kita bangun Indonesia tercinta. Biarkanlah nurani bicara, satukan langkah kita bela Indonesia. Kobarkan, terapkan semangat untuk membela, berjuang, berkorban untuk Indonesia jaya. Satukan, kokohkan, eratkan tali ukhuwah, bersama membela untuk agama dan bangsa. Dengan keharmonisan dan kebersamaan menuju Indonesia bersatu. Indonesia satu, Indonesia bersatu, Indonesia satu. Menggapai kita akan gapai cita-cita kita, suka duka kita bersama. Marilah kawan kita bersama, kita kan warnai dunia. Bersama-sama kita kan berjuang untuk Indonesia. Tuhan, inikah akhir dari segalanya? Kau paksa dirinya untuk pergi meninggalkanku. Tuhan, inikah akhir dari segalanya? Panggung gembira tanpa mereka. Jangan ada perbedaan antara kita dan semua bersaudara. Satukanlah langkah kita, hilangkan semua segala buruk sangka. Untuk semua bintang, untuk semua bintang, dan semua senyumlah yang terpancar indah tanpa sebuah kasih sayang dan semua kenangan yang kita lakukan takkan mungkin terlupakan. Jangan kau ragu, jangan kau bimbang, armada ini kan terus bersamamu. Janganlah putus asa, jangan gelisah, armada ini kan terus bersamamu. Akan ada canda, senyum mesra antara kita. Semoga kau bahagia di sana. Tetap syukuri semua adanya, karena di hari nanti kita kembali bersama. Sejuta warna pelangi, perbedaan antara kita, namun sedamai langit yang biru, begitulah satu jiwa kita 684. Tak lekang oleh waktu, meski tak lama melaju, satu janji dari generasi ini. Walau badai datang menghadang, takkan pernah hilang semangatku untuk selalu benahi duniaku. Berjuanglah dan buktikanlah idealismemu, kelak kan tiba waktunya. Tetaplah kau dengan cita-citamu. Dengarkan kawan, saat ini ku rindukan kau di sini, yang mengisi hampa dalam hati, yang melipurlah rasa saat bersedih. Percaya kawan, suatu hari nanti kita akan berjumpa, menyatukan asa indah bahagia di satu jiwa, di satu hati kita. Di 68. Selamat berjalan kawan, suatu saat nanti ku kan ada untukmu. Batulah tanganmu, tak akan ku lupakan. Dan ingat saat mawar bersemi, kita kembali bersama di sini. Takkan pernah mati, meski berganti sosok kiai, meniti jalan semua, hadapi semuanya. Oh, dengan ketabahan. Meski kita tak mungkin mampu, kita tak mungkin bisa berdiri tanpamu. Namun ku butuh tanganmu untuk sosongkan jiwa ini, untuk teruskan perjuangan. Kami ada di sini, satukan perbedaan dalam kebersamaan untuk menginspirasi. Kami pasti kembali menyatukan ikatan dalam persahabatan suci ini yang Allah ciptakan. Sesungguhnya kau selalu kurindukan. Kembalilah kawan, kembali untuk sesaat. Ingin ku untuk mengulang memori persahabatan dalam cerita tentang kita. Matahari, izinkan ku dapat sinarmu, hargai detik-detik bersamamu. Tiap waktu yang berseru berjuta artimu bagiku, berharap tetap bersamamu. Jika semua kisah ini adalah akhir perjuangan diri, maknai semua hidup yang terjadi. Tiap detik yang berlalu adalah karunia bagiku. Semoga selalu di sisiku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun diriku merindukanmu. Hanya doa di setiap sujudku padanya, tolong jaga dia.
Ekstra berenergi dengan Greenfields Extra Choco Malt.
Modal gratis, untung berkali-kali.
Kisah yang terindah denganmu takkan terlupa, tak lekang waktu. Senyum di bibirmu, tetes air mata yang menjadi satu. Kau tinggalkan aku di sini setelah sekian lama kita bersama. Aku menunggumu untuk bersama menatap dunia. Ingatlah hari-hari yang kita lewati, mengukirkan cerita indah di dalam jiwa. Kau tinggalkan aku di sini setelah sekian lama kita bersama. Aku menunggumu untuk bersama menatap dunia. Ingatlah hari-hari yang kita lewati, mengukirkan cerita indah di dalam jiwa. Pegang erat tanganku dan jangan lepaskan, hapus air matamu dan kenanglah hari. Kurelakan dirimu Indonesia. Ku pergi tinggalkanku, kurelakan hatiku dan berharap agar kita berjumpa kembali. Ingatlah hari-hari yang kita lewati, mengukirkan cerita indah di dalam jiwa. Pegang erat tanganku dan jangan lepaskan, hapus air matamu dan kenanglah hari. Ingatlah hari-hari yang kita lewati, mengukirkan cerita indah di dalam jiwa. Pegang erat tanganku dan jangan lepaskan, Terukir kisah yang telah berlalu, takkan sirna tanya pada waktu. Engkau yang selalu hadir di sisiku, lagu ini untukmu. Senyummu dalam duka semangatiku, tangismu dalam tawaku pun sembilu. Semuanya akan selalu ku simpan hangat dalam memoriku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun dia merindukan doa di setiap sujudku, tolong jaga dia. Oh Tuhan, selalu. Tolong maafkanlah diriku yang dulu terimalah laguku untukmu, untukmu sahabatku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun diriku merindukanmu. Hanya doa di setiap sujudku padanya, tolong jaga dia.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Welcome, Dr. Hanida Abdul Aziz. Can we start now? Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we can join this online this lecture. This is the second day, right? Today we will talk about the case study, the implementation of accident investigation in Malaysia. Well, firstly, let's greeting our speaker. Hello, Dr. Hanida. How are you?
Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, firstly, let me read the curriculum vitae from our speaker. Please, operator. Okay, I would like to resume the curriculum vitae that Dr. Hanida sent to me. Name T.S. Dr. Hanida Abdul Aziz. She was graduated from Bachelor Engineering, especially in Chemical Engineering on 2004. Then she was graduated on 2008 in Master of Science with major Chemical Engineering too. Okay, and the last, he was graduated from PhD in Chemical Engineering. Okay, she's turning into academic professional since 2007. And then now she is a senior lecturer in Faculty of Fish in Fish UMPSA. Also, she is the head of master program, right? Okay, there are a lot of research experience, what she has done. And if I'm not mistaken, there are 41 research that published in WAS, Scopus, and then all of them are linked to Scholar, Google Scholar. Well, class, we cannot wait any longer. So before we listening to our speaker today, we would like to take a picture first. Please open your camera. The operator will take a picture of this agenda today. Okay, operator, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next slide, maybe, yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Okay, we will listen to our great speaker today for Dr. Hanida. Time's yours for about 60 minutes. Yes, okay.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Miss Aisy. Okay, so actually, my name is Hanida, Dr. Hanida, right? Okay, and actually I'm head of program for Master in OSH, okay, in University Malaysia, Fahad Al Sultan Abdullah. Okay, the new names, okay, are given to our university. All right. So it's my honor, okay, to be invited as a speaker and to give a sharing with you guys. Okay, and with your permissions, I would like to share this session by using English and also Malaysian language. Is it okay with you, Anana? Because I think I feel closer because we are satu rumpun. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, all right. So, and number two, I would like to share the slide by myself. Okay, so I will control the screen by myself. Is it okay? I see. So I will share my screen first, right? Can you see the slide now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. So for today, I would like to share with you guys about how the accident investigation, what are the related legals, okay, what are the benefit and some example to conduct the root cause analysis of accidents. Okay, so but we not to take one example directly, it's not, because I'm not in the position to reveal all that things, all right? But for the sake of the learning process, I will explain how the legal us, okay, or require us to do the accident investigation in Malaysia. Okay, more or less, I will take about 50 minutes about the importance of accident investigations, what are the legal requirements, okay, that we have in Malaysia, okay, and then accident investigation process. Last one, I touch a little bit about the oldest theory, which is Henry's domino theories, and one example to conduct the root cause analysis of the accidents, the case study from Malaysia. Okay. Okay, first thing first, let's understand first about the definitions of incident, accident, and the near miss. Okay, is it similar? Of course, it's not similar, right? Okay, number one, incident. What meant by incident? Okay, anything, okay, that unintended event that disturb the normal operation, mean deviation happen. Sesuatu yang bukan dalam perancangan kita. Okay, so that incident and it affect the completion of a task. Mean you maybe need to take a break. Okay, you need to resolve it first. Okay, so that mean incident. In bahasa we call it kejadian. Okay, sesuatu kejadian. Okay, number two, accidents. Okay, accident is what? According to the OSH, accident is unexpected, unplanned occurrence, including violence, right? Including violence, arising out, okay, something that connection with work, resulting injury, disease, or death. Okay, it has the result from that, which is negative results. Okay, that accident. The third one, near miss. Okay, it also an event, but it not produce any injury, any damage, and so on. So there are three things: incident, accident, and near miss. You must understand first. Okay. So look at the gambar di sebelah kiri saya ini. Okay, we can see this is the unsafe condition whereby the load, at the stop. Okay, and then somehow there are workers standing below the load, right? So which is unsafe act, right? Okay, and then suddenly, the load drop down, but not touch, or there is nothing happened to the workers. So this is near miss. Okay, once the load or the box drops onto the workers and injured, so this is accidents. Okay, so this is near miss and this is accident. Both of these are incident. Okay, is the near miss and accident have the same root cause? Yes, right. So that's why we also need to investigate when we find out the near miss event happen. Bermaksud bila berlaku near miss, kita juga perlu mengambil kira kejadian tersebut. The more we get the information about the near miss, we are leading the process. Because when we know the root cause, we can give a appropriate control how to overcome the event. Okay, we don't need to wait until the accident happen. So the more your workers reporting about the near miss, the better the workplace. Okay, so that's the thing yang kita kena faham. Right. Next, the importance of accident investigation. Why we need to conduct this? Okay. Okay. For example, we have reported accidents. Okay, this one happened in 2021. Okay, somewhere at the Sungai Besi Ulu Kelang. Okay, and actually what was happened, the crane top on Monday, March, okay, killed 3 workers and injury 2 others and a member of public. So when this kind of accident happened, it not only involved with the damage of the crane, right? Stop the construction, the building of the what is this actually? This one for the highway, right? kill the workers and also the public also involved. So it very serious things. Why the injury can be there during the construction activities. Okay. Second, okay, this is about one event in 1921. Okay, Bright Sparklers tragedy. Okay, this one damaged a lot of the neighbor house. Okay, and from here, Malaysian has come up with the SIMA 1990 regulations. Okay, because it's very huge kind of catastrophic event. Okay, so ni kilang mercun Okay, so when this kind of event or major accident happens, so it's very important for us to identify, to get to know, to find the root cause, to propose the solution, to control, to check whether the resolution have been done or not. Okay. So this is the purpose of accident investigation. Number one, of course, to find out why, how it happened. Okay, that's number one, very fundamental one. Okay, so of course there are technique and method to complete that objective. Okay, after we can determine the root cause, right? Okay, we can identify also the direct, indirect cause, and then we can propose the correct actions. Okay, we can invest to the appropriate control. Okay, we have a time, we can prioritize what are the action need to be taken. Okay, next, legal requirements. Even though it's the last bullet, but it's very important. Okay, let me introduce or share with you guys about the legal requirements that we have in Malaysia. Okay, so in Malaysia, we have regulations under OSH Act 1994 at 514. Okay, so this regulation, occupational safety and health, notification of accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning and disease regulation 2004. So dia punya short form dia adalah NADOPOD regulation 2004. So these regulations, okay, give a better view, give informations how the employer could comply with this act at the particular section. So, okay, ni dia nampak macam ni lah kan? Okay. So, how to notify, okay, the accident? So in this regulation, it's stated that notify to the nearest DOSH office. Meaning, let's say the accident happened in Kuala Lumpur, right? You need to report to the Putrajaya DOSH office. Okay. If the accident happened in Pahang, okay, I need to report. Okay, the employer need to report the accident to the Pahang office, DOSH office. That's mean the nearest DOSH office. And all the investigation, all the kita kata perbicaraan seterusnya will happen in that district. Dia tidak akan cross pergi to other district or other states. Okay. And then number two, what are the other requirements from these regulations? Okay, any case or issue related to the occupational disease or poisoning, okay, you need to report to the DOSH and must come with the registered medical practitioner or medical officer. Okay, this come together with the report from the OHD. Okay, the OHD must come to visit, okay, check the patient, right, and provide the report. So, secara medical, right? And then, this regulation also provide further requirement and information how to notify the procedure and the process to be followed by employer and also OHD. Okay, kita akan tengok lebih lepas ni. Okay, in order to comply with the Section 32 under OSH 1934 Act 914. Okay, so this is the regulation that we have related to the accident investigation in Malaysia. Okay, right? So what are the other purpose? Not only for the compliance, okay, they have a standardized reporting, okay, and DOSH in Malaysia could, okay, establish a valid and reliable statistic on accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning, and disease. Okay, so not only from the OSHA Act 1994, all right, other regulation, other acts in Malaysia also need to apply with the NADA population, including Factory Machinery Acts, okay, and also for the petroleum safety measure for transportation of the petroleum pipelines, okay, also for the major hazard installation, control of industrial major accident hazard regulation 1996, okay, but there are exemptions. Let's say if the workers, okay, they undergone treatment in hospital or surgery, okay, by a doctor or dentist, which is not related to their work. So there are exemption from this regulation. Okay, it's must related to the work. Okay. And then, okay, let's go situations how to notify and report the accident. Okay. Situation number one, okay, case yang pertama kita tengok, okay. Okay, the employer require whenever any accident or in connection with work which cause any person death, okay, or seriously bodily injury. So in our regulation, they already stated the means by the seriously body injury, okay. So they have to, and that make the workers unable, okay, to work more than 4 days. Okay, dia tak boleh kerja 4 hari, okay, because of the body injury, right? So, or either death or this serious body injury. So the employer must notify to the nearest DOSH office by the quickest means. Boleh call, okay, boleh email, and sekarang dia dah ada the system Majik KKP, I will show later, so they can key in the information in the DOSH website. Okay, and after that, within 7 days, they must send the report in the approved form. Okay, notify the quickest means. So kalau dah within 24 hours, we need to notify to the DOSH, right? Send the report within 7 days. Here are example of the kind of the accident. So apa accident yang berlaku ini? Okay, pekerja maut di dalam conveyor semasa membuat kerja timpalan. Okay, so this is a death, okay, accidents, okay, and then apa yang DOSH buat, okay, so JKKP Sabah di situ, they start the investigation to identify the cause, okay, and then they come out with the notice larangan kepada majikan stop the work, okay, tambah baik dahulu as soon as possible, right, and then seterusnya mereka perlu melakukan accident investigation. Okay, ini yang dimasukkan dengan the first situation, situasi pertama tadi. Okay, situation number 2. Okay, situation number 2, dangerous occurrence as specified in schedule 2. Okay, so they also need to notify to the nearest DOSH and report within 7 days. Okay, what are an example of the dangerous occurrence? Okay, maybe I can share with you a video. Okay, kita tengok sekejap video. Okay. Go. Okay. Okay. Right? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so meaning said kind of the dangerous occurrence also need to report to the DOSH. Okay, the third one, okay. Situation number 3, okay. Let's say the employer, situation number 3, employer also need to send a report, okay. If the occupational or poisoning or the disease happen, okay, and then but this one you need to have the attended by the medical practitioner or medical officer OHD, okay, and they also have a 7 days to send the report. Okay. Question number 4. Okay, for the self-employed, okay, what should action to be done? Okay, if the accident happen to the self-employed, okay, they can send another person, okay, make arrangement, the report to be sent by the another person. Okay, so but they still need to notify and report if the accident happen as stated in Schedule 1, Schedule 2, and Schedule 3 in this regulation. Okay, so there are form, okay, they need to be key in from JKKP 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 6 for the accident and dangerous occurrence. Okay, for this from JKKP 7 for the occupational poisoning and disease. And after a year, okay, so the employer needs to summarize, okay, all the report, okay, and then send the information to the DOSH. Okay, so this one actually the yearly exercise. Okay, if the DOSH have further information to the request to the employer, okay, they may ask the information from the employer. Okay, and all the information should be maintained, okay, and records be maintained within 5 years at the workplace. Okay, and nowadays, okay, our DOSH in Malaysia, okay, they already provide a very good and friendly actually platform to the employer to notify and report the accident. Okay, they already have this kind of platform, okay, they can buat dia punya certifications or aduan, alright, and then inform about the accident happen, okay. So there are other information, okay, dalam DOSH website yang saya boleh share dengan you all kalau, okay. So this is the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, okay, official website in our country, in Malaysia, okay. So there are a lot of information provided to the employer, okay, to make sure, okay, they fulfill, they follow, okay, and how to get further information about the regulations and requirements that, okay, imposed in Malaysia. Okay, for regulation, act regulation for everything we have here, okay, and then for the specific about the fatal accident and the lesson learned, okay, you can get information from this website as well, okay, about the dates, case, which sector of the summary of the accident and the lesson learned from the accident. So it's very informative, not only for the industry out there, but also for the student to learn, okay, about the case, okay, the sectors and what was happened out there. So this is all the reported fatal accident from this website. Okay, in terms of reporting, okay, so they can go to the sistem perkhidmatan atas kalian, okay, atas talian JKKP, okay, so they can access and register, okay, and then key in all those information. So very kata friendly, accessible, and information can be upload in this website. So you dah patuh kepada requirement yang telah diadakan. Okay, so this is what we have right now, okay, in Malaysia from the DOSH Malaysia. Alright. Okay, so I'm finished with the legal requirements in Malaysia. Okay, so maybe we can take a break about 5 minutes, okay, before we proceed with the accident investigation process. Boleh ya IC? Take break 5 minit?
Sure, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, now kita proceed to the accident investigation process. Okay. So basically, the objective of any place of or any country about the accident investigation is the same, right? We want not to find the faults, kan? Okay, not mencari salah siapa, to find the facts, not to find the faults. Okay, so this is general investigation stages. Okay, start with the deal with immediate risk. Okay, we must make sure the position or the situation not in the risk. Okay, the level or the deep, the breadth of the investigation and the investigation event. So it has kita kata stage, okay, or steps for this particular part, and then record analyzing the result to find out all the causes, okay, on the potential causes and so on. And then the review of the process means CQI for these states, for this actually investigation in overall. Okay, so for this part, okay, investigate the event. Okay, so for the details, okay, let's say we start with the
From reporting, okay, what meant by reporting, kita akan tengok later. Okay, emergency response, and then in the investigation step, we must collect the evidence, okay, from document, from the people, okay, and analyzing, propose recommendation, and prepare the report. Okay, from reporting. Okay, what mean by from reporting? So macam mana, how to make sure we get the report, okay, from our workers. Kan, macam mana kita nak perlu dapatkan. So, many accident with loss potential are never report. Banyak tak report. Why? Okay, they are hidden to avoid investigation. Kenapa? Why they need to hide and avoid the investigation. Okay. Cause number one, fear of consequence. Okay, maybe the culture kat situ dekat you punya workplace akan dipersalahkan. Find the fault. So the fear of consequence when they are report accident. Okay, second, very lack of understanding and awareness among the workers. Such as macam tadi kita tengok about the near miss and accident. So maybe they think near miss is just near miss, don't need to report. Okay. But we don't need to report the near miss to the DOSH, but we need to have a record at our place about the near miss and the indicators, okay, indicators about our safety program. Okay, and then the third one, why they fail to report because of concern about safety records. Okay, dia pentingkan dia punya reputation. They think dia lebih utamakan dia punya reputation rather than keselamatan di tempat kerja or the keselamatan kepada para pekerja. Because it's very important to have a prompt reporting. Okay, as early we can initiate the investigation, we can get effective investigation. Okay, so selain daripada isu tadi, so macam mana how to get prompt reporting, macam mana kita nak encourage kita punya workers untuk mereka report. Okay, number one, of course, we need to have a clear and concise reporting procedure. Tak semestinya mesti 100% betul dicatat. The most important, the workers understand. Okay, so kita kena brief, kita kena explain to them, let them know how to report. Okay, sediakan satu platform atau cara, group WhatsApp boleh, through WhatsApp, through email, through any form and so on yang your workers boleh sampaikan. Okay, and then educate and train employers. If you have kita kata cara tu, mesti make sure you communicate with your workers and they know how to report. Okay, and each time when they report, even the near miss, you must react positively. Kan, bila kita ada rasa appreciation, kita rasa perkara tu penting, kita akan buat lagi kan. So that's the important things how to get from reporting. Ada certain tempat dekat workplace dia ada bagi merit. Okay, ataupun kita kata sagu hati, okay, if their workers report the near miss or accident promptly. Okay, so it's a good practice to get prompt reporting from our workers. Okay, so tadi case macam mana nak dapat report dan sebagainya. Now when the accident happen, okay, and then kita dah tahu, okay, already reported and the accident happened. So number one, deal with immediate risk. Okay, kita kata by hook or by crook, we must make sure the situation safe and prevent further injury. Okay, number one, mesti buat situasi must be safe and prevent further injury. Okay, if there are people injured, rescue them first. Okay, and lepas tu baru protect the material and equipment from further damage. Even though you kata that's the evidence, you can't touch that, but for this, there is no compromise. Okay. How to get effective response? Of course, we need to have a plan for in advance. That's why ERP, okay, teach your workers how to perform, how to report, okay, awareness about safety, about the hazards are very important. Okay, so by have a plan, okay, you can do the response better. Okay. So this is example of the step can be taken kalau berlakunya emergency. Number one, for example, dia ada satu pekerja yang terkena rejatan elektrik ketika dia buat kerja ni. Okay, so when we notify these accidents, okay, I call it accident because ada workers yang injured, okay, So give a comment, okay, siapa yang perlu dapatkan bantuan kecemasan, okay, siapa yang perlu buat pemberitahuan dan sebagainya. So give a comment. Okay, number 2, apa yang perlu buat dulu? You provide protection. Let's say here dia ada electric current, so kita kena matikan dulu source of electricity kan. Okay, tu kita kata make the situation safer. Matikan source of electric current. Okay, and then check the victim. Okay, give the first aid. Okay, kalau you pandai buat CPR and so on, you boleh buat. Tapi kalau tak pandai, you kena tunggu kepada medical. So kalau you have the skill, don't have the, kita kata how to do that, don't simply do. Okay, kita kena ada. So sebaiknya kita kena attend the first aid training. Okay, can get a call to ambulance. Okay, and then send the victim to the hospital. Okay, and then report to the manager and give all the information, and then make sure you isolate the accident scenes. Okay, so this is one of the example how to deal with the immediate risk. Okay, next, select the level of investigations. Okay, how much the effort should be put. Okay, of course, kalau dia melibatkan a fatality, serious injury, okay, so you must conduct the investigation very thorough. Okay, maybe you can assign someone with the experience. Okay, and then the manager, okay, the higher level of management must get involved. Okay, and then there is no compromise if for the case of fatality. Okay, so that's how kita kata macam mana kita nak select the level of investigation. Okay, but for the near miss, maybe we can assign only the SHO and the SSS, for example, to look what are the cause of the event. Okay, so that's how we look at the selection of the level of investigation. Now, investigate the event. Okay, so here are the focus about today. All right, so what are the purpose of this step? Okay, of course, okay, we need to know the sequence of the event. Okay, the storyline of the events. Okay, and then we need to get all the type of the causes. Okay, from the basic, from the to the immediate and underlying causes. Okay, and then from there we can propose the solution. Okay, to make sure the accident not happen again. Okay, so when to investigate? Okay, of course kita tahu tadi we want to do it as soon as possible, but only safe to do so. Okay, ini penting even though kita nak investigate secepat mungkin, but kita kena pastikan investigation itu selamat untuk dilaksanakan. Okay, if we delay the process, we know that because the evidence to be altered or maybe removed or destroyed or lost. Okay, so semua faktor ini will affect the outcome of the investigation. So other things about the people. Okay, so people or the victims adalah satu kita kata evidence yang sangat penting. Okay, but makin lama kita ambil masa, okay, to get the information from them, maybe dia akan lost their memory. Okay, intentional, adakah benda tu sengaja atau tak sengaja, because we are human. Okay, makin lama kita punya ingatan tu mungkin makin pudar lah kan. So kita perlu but before we can interview the victim and make sure dia stable, okay, tak ada emotional and so on. Okay, in terms of material, some of the material dia very fragile. Okay, maybe they will change dia punya bentuk dia, okay, ataupun dia akan berubah, atau yang paling kita risau hilang. Okay, so that's why we need to start the investigation as soon as possible, but make sure it's safe to do so. Okay, and then investigation and reporting also must have a schedule. Okay, schedule and timeline. Okay, because kalau kita tak ada schedule, dia punya timeline, okay, we sometimes kita tidak manage kita punya activity tu properly, right? Okay, so maybe it's to be too relaxed atau so sebaiknya schedule it properly, okay, and don't take too long. Okay, but if the situation need for the waiting, contoh we need to send the sample to the forensic, okay, dan sebagainya, itu memang kita perlu patuh, but don't purposely drag the timeline, okay. So as soon as possible, people, kita kena, especially for the people memories, if you need to conduct the interview, make sure the victim especially dia mesti stable dahulu, okay, then you can interview, don't force, okay. And then for other victims yang that seen the accident, okay, kita perlu interview mereka secepat mungkinnya, okay. So with time reporting, investigation can take significantly less time to complete, and operation will be able to resume more quickly. Not only for the investigation, the most important, because kita nak resume back the operation kan. Kalau terlalu lama delay, so the workplace juga akan kerugian. Okay. Who will conduct the investigation? Of course, you need to form the investigation team. Okay, so team composition normally is depend on the study, okay, severity of the accident and about the accident itself. Okay, number one, the team must have a leader. Of course, kita mesti ada leader, and then safety specialist, okay, and then all the people that related to the workplace yang relate dengan accident. Okay, for example, kalau berlaku dalam construction site, maybe dia perlu adanya TPS, SHO, okay, and then if the workers is the contract workers, so dia perlu ada dia punya contractor representative, okay, and other like security, maybe kalau you need further analysis, you can involve with the hygienist, okay, maintenance and so on. Okay, the most important, the leaders must have played the role. Macam mana leader mesti seorang yang open-minded, okay, able to, kita kata manage the team, okay, dia boleh keep the information well, maksudnya tidak sebar-sebarkan, okay, and then dia able to manage the team, okay, they are team player, okay, that's very important, okay. So let's say the workplace have the safety committee teams, okay, maybe they can sign from there as well, yeah, because they know, okay, and they also have their, kita kata, a skill, okay, to do the investigation. Okay, so investigator prerequisite, of course, must be trained investigation procedure, okay, and then they have knowledge about the procedure, equipment and facilities. So that's why kita kena involve all the people that involved with the work activity yang ada tu, okay. And the investigator must be equipped with the tools and facilities to do the job kan. Maksudnya kalau tak ada benda-benda ni, how to do the investigation. Okay, so normal kalau tempat tu masih ada kita kata chemical, so perlukan PPE yang bersesuaian, okay. Need a torchlight, need a safety boots, okay, kena pakai safety vest supaya tidak apa, you can be see clearly, right. And then camera, barricade type supaya tempat tu isolated, right. And then very important, the form and the checklist. Okay, when you have form and the checklist, you can do the, kita kata, data collections and evidence collection and the things you want to check properly. When you have a checklist, mean you plan the investigation activities. Okay, right. So what you want to get from the investigation? So get the overall information, especially we need to know the storyline. Okay, kita nak tahu dia punya sequence of the events tu from before and after the accident happen. Okay, take a photo, okay, and then make a sketch of incident scene, because maybe after this dia punya position everything kita kena remove because we want to resume back kepada activity the workplace, right. And collect the physical evidence. Okay, kita akan menggunakan konsep 4Ps. Okay, for the physical evidence involved with the part, paper, and place. And then for the people, we will interview the witness. So 4Ps, 4Ps to collect the evidence. Okay, so 4Ps is very famous technique. So memang biasa. It's actually numbers of people. I mean, the 4Ps technique is very useful and biasa digunakan, right? So for P, victim and witness. So this one actually by interview, people can interview. It's very important information from the interview, even though it's very fragile. Okay, And then from the paper, not enough, okay, but the information from the paper will be very helpful, okay. So we check all the certificate, records, drawing, procedure, and so on. Again, from the part, okay, about the machines, okay, tools, equipment and materials, okay, maintenance, and so on. Okay, and the place, the position, the condition, the weather, housekeeping, okay, and so on, all right? So from the place, okay. So for the place and part from the observations, okay. Okay, so you can see the position of the people, whether the workers wear a PPE or not, all right? Okay, and the tidiness, okay, the substance they use, okay, you also need to observe. Okay, from the interview, okay, from the people, how to conduct the interview, how to get the information from the victims and the witness. Okay, make sure you kena ada use skills. Okay, during the interview, make sure the people will feel comfortable. Kita kena elakkan blame ataupun the victims or the witness rasa insecure. Okay, bila rasa insecure, when they feel insecure, they won't give you the information. Yang kita nak tu tak dapat. Okay, so that's why interview style is important, emphasizing prevention rather than blame. Okay, sebab kita nak cari fact, okay, bukannya nak cari fault kan. Itu dia punya objektif dalam accident investigation. Okay, and then satu lagi, interview should be separate, okay, to stop people from influencing each other. Kan, kita conduct interview ni kita perlu buat secara individu. Jangan interview dalam group. Okay, so dia akan kind of discussion or they tend to copy saja jawapan daripada dia punya kawan tu. Okay. And then who are the witness? How are the witness? Okay, so dalam occupational punya dalam occupational punya investigation ni kan, sama tempat kerja ni, okay. So kita tidak ada, we don't have the, kita kata pesalah okay. So di sini kita lebih mencari mangsa dan juga victim, the witness. Okay, so the victim, if orang yang tercedera, okay, tadi sudah boleh bercakap dan sebagainya, you can interview, right? Okay, but if they are still masih sakit, lemah, so you tak boleh push it. Okay, and then the co-workers, right? The co-workers who are seen yang juga bersama bekerja di situ, so you juga boleh interview. Okay, and then dia punya supervisor to get the background or information about the victim. Okay, from the manager normally from the manager memang untuk kepada system that they will have. Okay, and then the training, okay, to get the information. Adakah memang betul berlakunya training? Adakah dia ada buat? How about the quality of the training? Okay, and then personal, or maybe the victims have their own kita kata issue or not, right? The display and so on. Okay, so all these are the potential witness that you can interview to get the information. Okay, and this is the other witness. If they are related to the maintenance, okay, you can ask the maintenance personnel, okay, and emergency responder. This one also a very important witness because you need a lot of information from the first eye, kan? Because emergency responder yang tengok dulu, okay, you need to learn what they saw when they arrive, okay. And then if you need further expert or consultation, you can ask from maybe from the forensic, doctor, chemist, or others that related to, okay. Okay, and then also from the spouse and family, okay, they maybe have their other issue or problem, but this one only if necessary. Okay, and for the document, what should we look? Okay, kita akan tengok dia punya written instruction, SOP, whether this place have a risk assessment or not. Okay, and then is this information communicate or not to the worker? Semuanya kita kena counter check. Okay, are those information adequate? Okay, are they follow or not? Are these people trained or not? Okay, so we need to check from the interview and counter check back with the documentation. Okay, So that's all from the documentation. Okay, and then after we have all those informations, okay, we can create a storyline and all the kita kata support information. Then we can start the analysis of the cause of the accident, and we can recommend for the correction and also a preventive measure to avoid the reoccurrence of the accident. So there are a few techniques to analyze the result. Okay, before we go through about the technique, okay, actually this is the content of investigation report but not limited to. So perkara-perkara ini yang perlu ada dalam investigation report, start with the abstract or summary, okay, the background of the incident, right, and then about the on-site, off-site, okay, and then the timeline chronology, this is very important, okay. And then we conduct the analysis, okay, and then a recommendation. So this is all the things that we need to include in the investigation report, and then with the supportive information like material, okay, schedule for implementing recommendation and so on, okay, and then date and signed by the person who carry out the investigation and who will complete the kita kata all those recommendation. Okay, so other than JKK form, so we also need to submit the report so that have the analysis about the cost and the recommendation. Okay, and the last one, review process. So this one more on kita kata continuous quality improvement for the investigation process. So we need to check back, okay, the result of investigation, okay, operation of investigation system, right, in terms of the quality and effectiveness. We must see the trend of the outcome from the investigations, okay, and then we need to see the analysis is maksudnya kena ada penambahbaikan. Let's say we have numbers of accident, we come up with the solution, but accidents still keep on happen again and again. So that's why we need to check back about maybe about the technique, about the team form and so on. So this is important to check back about the quality and the effectiveness of the accident have been done at the workplace. Okay, sikit lagi saya pergi about the accident series and to determine the root cause. Alright, so for any accident to happen, there are 3 different phases. Okay, first thing, okay, change from normal operating state into abnormal or disturbed operation. Okay, so dalam keadaan normal dia kepada tidak normal. So itu petanda permulaan dia, dia punya progress before the accident happen. Okay, when the abnormal situation or operation happen, it's supposed to be a control to stop. Okay, to stop the change of the normal operating, okay, operation. When the control breakdown, okay, maksudnya dia patut mengawal keadaan yang tidak sepatutnya tadi, tetapi kawalan itu juga gagal, right? So now loss of control and energy accumulation. Maksudnya contohnya sepatutnya bahan kimia itu berada dalam tangki, tapi berlakunya kebocoran. Okey, untuk menghentikan kebocoran itu sepatutnya kita perlu tutup valve, for example, ataupun kita perlu segera turunkan tekanan, contoh okey, tetapi kawalan tadi juga gagal, so menyebabkan terus terkeluar cemaran tadi, okey, bahan kimia tadi terus menerus kita kata release, contohlah. Okay, so itu antara yang sebutkan berlakunya leak of chemicals, contoh okay. Ataupun contoh lain saya bagi, kereta, you are driving a car, okay, and then tiba dalam keadaan you memandu, alright, keadaan dengan kelajuan yang agak tinggi, so jalan licin, contoh okay, so you punya kereta hilang kawalan, okay, so suppose you tekan you punya brake, okay, untuk menghentikan you punya kereta, tapi your punya brake tak function. Okay, so bila brake tak function, hilang kawalan, so menyebabkan berlakunya kemalangan kereta. Contoh okay, itu adalah the progression of the accident to happen. Okay, so there are few factors yang akan contribute kepada accident, okay, including equipment. Okay, equipment dia boleh lama kelamaan, okay, equipment boleh kita kata stop. Okay, process system. So when the system under the standard, so dia akan tidak membantu kepada operation. Human or people, okay, it can come from the human factors or human error. Okay, organization and procedure, okay, inadequate procedure juga akan membawa kepada, to contribute to the accident. And the material itself, if the material flammable, if the material hazardous, right, anytime it can cause or contribute to the accident to happen. Okay, for all those, when the accident happen, dia ada dia punya tahap keterokan, adverse event consequence. Okay, tahap keterokan itu dipengaruhi oleh, okay, number one, the inventory of hazardous material. Of course, when the large quantity of the material, so dia punya kesan dia akan lebih besar jika berlakunya release right ataupun explosion and so on. Energy factor, okay, high pressure, high temperature, they contain more energy kan. So bila berlakunya release, so dia punya consequence lebih teruk, lebih severe. Okay, time factors, duration, okay, lebih lama dia akan lebih teruk. Intensity, okay, the distance, okay, the distance relation, dia punya distance from the, kita kata hazard tadi, okay, dia akan memberi kesan kepada the severity of the consequence. And then the exposure factors, without PPE, with PPE, right, how do you expose, all will affect the severity of the consequences. Okay, so I will touch a little bit about the one of the oldest atau paling lama punya theory, which is Heinrich Dominer theory about the accident causation. Okay, actually introduced in 1931. Okay, the first guideline in industrial safety. Okay, apa yang Heinrich highlight, he said that there are 5-step accident sequence. Okay, which each factor will lead to the next step. So sebab itu dipanggil dominoes. Okay, so Heinrich actually dikata kat sini a personal injury, okay, occurs only as a result of an accident. Maksudnya, okay, kecederaan ini will happen from the accident, okay, and then the accident occur because of personal or mechanical hazard. So because of the unsafe act or unsafe condition, we make the accident happen. Okay, and then the personal and mechanical hazard exist only through the fault or careless person. Kan? So all poorly designed or improperly maintained equipment. Okay, and then for a person, we inherit or acquire result of the social environment, and the environment is where how person was raised and educated. So di sini kalau kita nak faham bermaksud, okay, social environment dia akan dia akan influence, okay, bagaimana seseorang itu berfikir dan bertindak. Okay, so as a consequence from the social environment, dia akan contribute kepada fault of the person yang menyebabkan seseorang itu akan careless or maybe reckless or temper, right? Ada contoh yang diberikan, educated people may have a different the way of thinking compared to the low average education. So itu berdasarkan Harris theory, okay. From this fault of the person, alright, it contribute kepada unsafe act or unsafe condition while performing di atas. Contoh, kalau keadaan dibesarkan, it is okay not to follow the rules, okay, and then dia akan jadi seorang yang lazy to follow the rules, and dia akan avoid to wear the PPE, example, so and then because of that, it can bring to the accident. Okay, when the accident happen, the workers get injury. Okay, need based on the history. So by taking, okay, by identify or by removing a single domino, it will stop the domino effect. So Harris ni mencadangkan untuk kita remove the third, okay, the third domino ni, okay, which is the unsafe act. So we can stop the accident to happen. Okay, itu cadangan daripada Henry's domino. Okay. Second, loss causation theory. Okay, for this one, it start with the lack of control, meaning that they're focusing on the management. Okay, so the failure of the lack of control of the management will cause the basic cost, immediate cost, incident, and the last one, loss. Okay. Compared to the Harry theory, so Harry only focus on the people, so injury. But for the loss causation theory, not only for the people, but also for the damage to the equipment and so on. Okay. Right. So about the root cause analysis. All right. So now kita dah do the investigation, collect data, have the sequence of the events and everything. So we want to investigate the root cause analysis. Okay. So the root cause analysis, we only can find after we understand the sequence of the event. Okay. Now, okay. What we see, okay, from the accident is the injury or loss. Okay. Why the injury or loss happen? Okay. Because of the direct cause, which is the accidental contact with the hazard. Okay, any event that the workers get contact with the hazard, kita panggil dia direct cause. Okay, then from contacting with the hazard, okay, you will get the injury or loss. Okay, why the workers can get contact with the hazard? Okay, because of the substandard act and substandard conditions. Okay, why the substandard act and substandard condition could happen? Because of maybe lack of management control, personal factors, job factors, and environmental factors. Okay, so this is the type of the cause in the accident. So direct cause, underlying cause, and the root cause. Okay, so the direct cause and underlying cause also called as immediate cause. Okay, without complete of the immediate cause, the accident will not happen. Kita kena faham tu dulu direct cause and underlying cause. Okay, so yes.
Well, so sorry for the participant because I think the connection or signal in Malaysia is not good. We are waiting for her. Oke, sambil menunggu pemateri kita kembali, mungkin teman-teman, all participant can do ice breaking. Kita sudah cukup lama ya melihat gadget kita, layar komputer ataupun mungkin handphone. Ya, you may take a look for 6 meters or 20 feet to relax your eyes.
Sorry, I think my internet connection was unstable just now.
Yes,
Okay.
can hear you clearly, Miss.
Okay, so I continue a little bit, right? So because the last part I want to share with you. Okay. Okay, so I think I stopped here just now, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's have a look about the root cause of the accidents. Okay, so there are three types of the cost. Okay, let's see first one about the direct cost. Okay, so the consequence from the direct cost will produce the injury or loss. Okay, and the direct cost mean when you contact with the hazard, and then the underlying cost, right? Actually, when the situation of the substandard X and substandard condition, okay, it will allow to the accidental contact with the hazard. Okay, both of the direct cost and underlying cost are immediate cost. Okay, without complete direct cost and underlying cost, okay, the injury or loss will not happen. Okay, and then what made the underlying cost happen? Because of the root cause. Okay, normally it came from the lack of management control, personal factors, job factors, and environmental control. Okay, let's see the example. Okay, example of the underlying cause first. Okay, substandard act or unsafe act, substandard condition, unsafe condition. You can see here. Okay, this guy, okay, work with the rotating equipment without guarding. Okay, so this the unsafe act or substandard act, right? And then this guy, maybe not focusing while working. Okay, this one also unsafe act. And the condition, there is a hole, quite big hole. Okay, opens. Okay, so this is unsafe conditions, right? Next, about the root cause, okay? Lack of management control, personal factors, job factors, and environmental factors. Okay, actually, this topic is huge, but I try to compress for the sharing today, actually, okay? So, job factors focusing on the inadequate based on the job requirements, okay? For example, inadequate supervisions, all right? Inadequate purchasing equipment, inadequate maintenance, right? Inadequate tools and equipment. Okay. And then for the personal factors, inadequate physical capability. So it directly related to the personnel issue. Okay. Inadequate mental capability. Okay. Inadequate lack of skill. So there are two different things. Lack of skill is the personal factor, but lack of training adalah management. Okay. Or job factor. So it's different things. Okay. And then the last one about the environmental factors, there are 11 dimensions. Okay, if we do the root cause analysis at the end, we can see from dimensions, okay, this issue raised up. Okay, so the other 11 dimensions yang akan kita identify. Alright, next, there are various incident analysis technique. But for today, I will focus or I will explain about the why analysis, the basic one, but still being used until today. Okay. So why analysis? Okay, kalau di Malaysia kita ada lagu Banga Oh Banga. Okay, I don't know, maybe di sana mungkin ada lagu yang sewaktu dengannya. Kau banga oh banga, kenapa engkau kurus? Okay, so that kind of lagu tu actually dia berkait. Okay, so with the why analysis. Okay, so why analysis conduct to identify solution to a problem to address its root cause. Okay. So rather than taking action, they are merely being at I will help you to identify how to really prevent the issue from happening again. Because the kind of discussion kita akan think out of the box, okay? Get the opinion from the team and so on. So that's bang or bangau. Okay. So of course, most effective in a team setting with more than one person involved. Okay. And then capture the input. So is actually this method don't need the tools, don't need the calculator. There is no calculation, 100% qualitative. Okay. And then start what are the problem you want to solve. Okay. And then we ask why this happened and again. Okay. Until we end up with a number of the answer. All right. So more experienced people get involved with this analysis, maybe you can get a better answer, okay, based on their experience. Okay. Normally, the process tanya why and why, okay, until 5 times or 5 questions. Okay, normally after 5th times of asking why this happened, we will get the similar answer or the some root cause repeated, okay, and also maybe the solution of the cost of come out or the cost found is similar. Okay, so we can stop there. Okay. Okay, so why these techniques is still used until today? Because there are some advantage we can get not only to get the problem or the issue, the cause of the accident, but also encourage collaborating problem solving. Okay, and also inculcate the feeling of openness as a team. Okay, because we consider every opinion we will consider and discuss. Okay, and it's simple, easy to follow. Okay, we don't need any statistical or additional tools. Okay, and then what else? By having a group, okay, not only one people, kita kata punya play, okay, player, not only for one player, this one will avoid to find the faults, okay, kita memang akan jadi team yang akan find the fault, not find the fact, okay, not find the fault, okay, because we are in the team. So because this is very good for the safety culture actually. Right, so this is the diagram of our analysis. Okay, so let's see, let's do this with a case study, very simple case study. Okay, so this accident happened in Malaysia. Okay, and then one crane, kita kata patah, satu crane patah, okay, menimpa rumah kongsi menyebabkan 4 buruh binaan maut. Okay, okay, so apa yang terjadi? Okay, kita tengok di sini. Rumah kongsi was situated within a crane working radius, right? Okay, and some workers were resting and sleeping there when the crane collapsed, right? The load was stuck during the operation, but the operator forced the crane, okay, and the load broke loose and the crane flipped and folded onto itself and fell, crushing the rumah kongsi and killing the workers inside, okay. And actually, the replacement crane operator was not qualified. Okay, so where we get all this information? Okay, from the storyline, from the interview, from the observation, from the document that we are looking and so on. So kita dapat dia punya information ini. Okay, after we get this information, we can proceed with the analysis of the root cause. Okay, let's say we adopt or we apply our analysis. Okay, this is the simple one. Maybe for the real one, it's more complicated. Okay, when we having more information. Okay, there are 4 fatals. Okay, what made this fatal accident happen? Okay, number one, because of the crane collapse. Okay, and then once the crane collapse, fall on the rumah kongsi, and then inside the rumah kongsi, there are people sleeping inside the rumah kongsi. Okay, this is the direct cause and immediate cause that produce the fatal, okay, the accident. Okay, further questions, further analysis. Why the crane collapse? Because there are misoperation of the crane. Why the misoperation of the crane happen? Because inadequate lifting procedure, operator not qualified, and lack of supervision. Okay, and the crane fall a rumah kongsi. Why the crane fall a rumah kongsi? Because the rumah kongsi located in the crane working radius. Nobody said don't. Okay, why they can build the rumah kongsi in the crane working areas? Because no site approval required, no supervision. And why do people sleep in the rumah kongsi? Because they live there, kan? So no site approval required. Okay, so from here we get the direct cause, underlying, and the root cause. Okay, and from here we can see that some of the root cause repeated. Okay, and we can propose a solution from we can prioritize and propose the recommendation and solution or the corrective action from all these root cause. Right? So as conclusion, I can say that okay, Nadoport Regulation 24 is a basic guideline to assist safety committee or SHO and performing the duties, okay, to do the investigation, okay, notify and reporting the either accidents or poisoning and disease that happen at the workplace, okay? And of course, conducting and gather accident data very useful for those to carry out analysis and develop the strategic plan, because that's why very important, okay? To enforce the law in the appropriate way, okay? And for employer, besides comply with the law by having a systematic way to investigate the root cause, okay? They can determine the underlying cause and the root cause, so they can take the remedial action to prevent similar occurrence in the future. Right. So thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentation, Miss. Well, class, we are going to the Q&A session. You can write down the question on the chat box or raise hand for directly. Yes.
Ibu IC, I
Yeah.
have a short quiz actually.
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
a quiz, but I would like to play together with you. Okay, so
Yeah.
I want everybody of you to answer these questions, okay? And we see who will get the highest marks. Okay. Very simple questions, okay? Let's, I'm trying to figure out how to this one, okay? Start quiz. Okay, this is quizzy. Continue. Okay, so please join this quizzy, all right? So hopefully you can write your short name or maybe the ID because we want to, later on we can see the winners. Okay, very simple and short questions from my sharing just now. Can you see can you see the quizzy and join the QR code? Okay, so hopefully everyone can join this quiz. Okay, we are 2 participants now. Nice.
Okay, there are 9 participants already.
Anyone want to join? It's only 5 questions actually, very simple questions. Okay, so shall we start?
Okay, shall we?
Okay,
There
shall
are
we?
12
12,
participants.
14, right? 15, 16, okay, nice, all right. Okay, so, all right, 17, okay, the numbers is increasing. Okay, let's have a start, right? Okay. Okay, I think it's already 12:55, so I will cut off the video. Sorry, everyone. Okay. So congratulations to the winner, Tara, Oshwan, and Lala. Okay. So, and love of you. Okay, score 100 marks, right? Yeah, mastery party. Okay, congratulations, everyone. Right, so with that, I exit this part first. Okay, and stop sharing. Okay.
Okay, now we are going to the next session, Miss Q&A. We have several questions in the chat box. Okay, I will read the first one from Adela Agustia, Miss. how do we respond as workers and OSH officer if a near miss occurs but the company blames the employee, or they do maybe cut the salary? How can we do, Miss?
Okay, so basically, if the company react or respond that way, so the mentality, right, so, about the safety very low at that workplace. Okay, and actually, they cannot do that, right? They cannot do that because it near miss. Okay, it near miss mean that there's something could happen if the action not be taken. Okay, so most of the time, the company will not react that way, right? But most of them more on lack of awareness. Okay, they don't think that should be informed because it just near miss, not accident. Right. And there were one case in Malaysia actually. This is the SHO, not the normal workers. Okay, they advise their employer to follow what legal required, right? But the company don't want to follow the advice, and actually can also stop by using her service. His service, right? So the workers report to the DOSH. Okay, because they are stated in the X. Okay, as a function or the job scope of the SHO, they need to advise. Okay, because the penalty not only for the workers but also for the safety officers. Okay. In the second questions, how does the implementation of accident legislation in Malaysia affect industrial safety improvement and accident prevention plans? Okay, actually, because when we have we call it systematic way, okay, and the standardized way to report, to investigate, okay, so we have we can manage and do the investigation effectively, okay, but the issue now actually lack of awareness, okay, especially for the small and medium enterprise, okay, and from the enforcer or DOSH side, okay, when they get this information, okay, so they can improve, okay, introduce the policy that appropriate to the particular industry. So oil and gas this way, SME this way, manufacturing this way, okay. So that's why they need this data, okay, and we need to conduct the investigation properly with the approval technique, with the approval report, and so on.
Okay, there is one live miss from Heda. What is the difference between Domino's theory and iceberg theory?
Iceberg, okay. So the Domino's theory, actually, we went to get, actually the Domino's theory, they explain how the accident could happen, okay? And it was the domino effect, right? So by stop the unsafe act, okay, by giving a training, by proper guarding, proper control, we can stop unsafe act, unsafe condition. That's domino, okay? For the ice breaking, okay, ice breaking actually the consequence from the accident, consequence from the race, okay? But we see actually a very little one, but the iceberg at the bottom, okay, under the sea is a huge or the severe of the accident or risk when it has that difference. Okay, I hope that answer your questions.
Yes. Anything else? Plus, anyone wanna ask something else? You can raise hand for directly asking, or you can chat in the chat box.
I think there is no, I think maybe that one, the last question, I see. Maybe semua sudah lapar yuk pukul 1.
Oh, okay, Miss. Okay, if there is no more question for Dr. Hanida, we can going to the next agenda, right? We have the committee. We would like to present the appreciation. There is certificate for you, Miss. Please, operator, the certificate. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss. There is the one last question.
Oh, okay,
One more
sure.
question for from who is that? Bu Siska Mayang Puspa. She raised hand. Okay, Miss Siska Mayang Puspa.
Okay. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Hanida, I enjoy your presentation. I think it's very complete, very clear. So I don't feel like I need to ask anything actually. Okay, but I represent the Faculty of Health Science of Unida Gontor. I would like to thank you, Dr. Hanida, for your willingness to share in today's guest lecture. And I hope that the collaboration between Universitas Darussalam Gontor and UMPSA can continue in other activities like research and maybe community development activities in the field of OSH. Then I think Malaysia and Indonesia have a lot in common in terms of geography, like archipelagos countries, natural conditions with various risks of accident and disaster, culture and social structure also. So I think it's very possible for us to formulate a scientific contribution that is in accordance with the condition of our two countries. Do you think the same, Dr. Hanida?
Yeah, definitely, because by having a collaboration, we can what we call it, we can immerse the situations about the one findings, but it benefits more than one country. Okay, and in fact, there are a lot of workers from Malaysia, and same with us. Some of us serve at Indonesians, right? And then other than that, we can build up the name for the Asian actually. So I think because OSH community very small, right? So most welcome, please contact me, especially to those in risk management area, all right, process safety and so on. You are most welcome. Same from my side, okay. I think I will do more. I will visit more to the UNIDA after this, because I want to find because OSH also one of your faculty over there, right?
Yeah. And I also think Bu Aisy ini has the same interest as your specialty, Dr. Hanida. So maybe after this agenda, Bu Aisy can be more intense in discussing with you, Dr. Hanida.
Sure.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for the opportunity as well.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Kamayang Puspa. And the next agenda is present the certificate from us, the committee. Here is it, Miss. Thank you for giving the presentation. That was holistic presentation. I think that could be given in several weeks, yeah, if we conduct in lecture. But we all of us get all material, all lesson in an hour. Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome, my pleasure.
Okay, now we end up in the end of agenda today in our online guest lecture. Thank you very much for Miss Hanida Abdul Aziz, and all participants for joining us. And see you later. Tomorrow we will arrange the lecture again with several titles. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry if I have many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Hanida.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dokter.
Thank you, Doctor.
Terukir kisah yang telah berlalu, takkan sirna tanya pada waktu. Engkau yang selalu hadir di sisiku, lagu ini untukmu. Senyummu dalam duka semangatiku, tangismu dalam tawaku pun sembilu. Semuanya akan selalu ku simpan hangat dalam memoriku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun diriku merindukanmu. Hanya doa di setiap sujudku padanya, tolong jaga dia. Oh Tuhan, selalu. Tolong maafkanlah diriku yang dulu. Terimalah laguku untukmu, sahabatku. Bila mana bulan merindukan sang purnama, namun diriku merindukanmu.